Let your palms rest down onto your knees and feel the fingers cup around. Sitting in this nice tall posture. Crown of the head reaching up. Notice where your hips are in relation to your shoulders. Feet flexing out. Even looking it down, sometimes we sit too close. And we'll be here for a few moments of breathing. If you're working on your ankle and hip flexibility, you can come into a half lotus if you'd like. Coming to sit nice and tall, pulling right ankle into the right hip, the side of the foot coming into that crease. If there's any strain in the ankle or knee here, you want to just let that go, which is our theme today, just letting go of expectation of ourselves, letting go of what used to be, letting go of things that hold us back, and learning how to just move forward, go with the flow, figure out life as we are in this moment. How do we want to live in the next moment? What do you want to bring forward with you, and what do you want to leave behind? Sitting tall, the eyes are closed, noticing your breath. Breathing deeply. And focusing in there on where can you let go? Where are you holding on unnecessarily? Keeping eyes closed. Stretch out and we'll come to the other side, either coming to easy pose or your half lotus. Pulling that left ankle in now. Coming to sit nice and tall through the sit bones, noticing hips and shoulders in line with each other, arms reaching out toward the knees, coming into this very tall, long posture. Breathing deeply from the base of your spine up through your heart, up into your throat. Even feel that breath carry up through the back of the neck. Allowing the breath to flow naturally from bottom to top. And again, focusing in on where you can let go. Take another moment here. Just really focusing in on quiet today. Stretch legs out, find staff pose. Let's warm up into our wrists and shoulders. We're going to spend a little bit of time moving in and out of plank, down dog, and cobra pose. So let's find a little bit of space. First, find your posture. You can move the flesh out of the way of the sit bones, tailbone pressing down, shoulders relaxing down, crown of the head reaching up. Notice your posture. Hands can rest on your lap or maybe next to you on the earth. Slow breathing, practicing Ujjayi breath today, ocean wave breathing. Let's bring that in right now, flexing down through the sit bones, nice and tall in the spine. You can have a little bend in your knees if that's a little intense of a pose. And opening up into the belly, feel that fullness of breath start from the top of your nose, traveling down. Ujjayi breath. I think we practiced this that first Monday. Even if you're just joining us today, that's okay. Ujjayi breath is one of those things that you grab the concept the first time, you practice it a bunch of times, and then 3 to 5 years later, it finally clicks how you're supposed to be doing it. But it is one of those things that you can practice fully and deeply, and then it really doesn't take that long for the breath. But just find this nice tall spine, eyes closed, and from the top of the nostrils down to the base of the belly, that's where the breath starts. And you want to have this feeling that you're whispering in and out of the nose, whispering, making that full breath sound on the inhale and the exhale. This is a very audible breath. Let's practice 3 more. Relax the shoulders down. Notice where your hips are in relation to the shoulders. Take another breath. Bring your arms out to shoulder height. As you exhale, fold forward. Keep your arms out. Eyes looking down so you don't strain into your neck. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Noticing as you reach forward, each time you're letting go of a little bit of stagnancy, you're finding a little bit more space. Slowly exhale down, listen to the breath. We'll take a few more. That core is engaged. You're lifting tall, holding the spine long. Reach forward and pause, breathe deeply. Make some room in the back of your neck. Stay in the posture. 2 more breaths. A little bit of oomph in this one. You should really be reaching forward past your toes. Concentrate on making some space in the back of the body. Another inhale. Reach. And come on up. Reach the arms up overhead. And right hand to the earth. Exhale. Left arm reaches. Find some space. Inhale. And exhale, other side. Reach back up, both arms. Gratitude arms, legs are strong, twist. Inhale, back to center, heart opens, and other side, twist. Inhale, arms reach out nice and long. Exhale, listen to your breath. Four more. Inhaling as you come up, spine is long, core is engaged. In Ayurveda, we talked Ayurveda last week with the vata, the wind, the ether, the space that we can open up. In Ayurveda, pitta mixes water with fire. And so let's take one more. Here's a nice water breath, inhaling as you just stretch and then hold your stretch. Eyes down, back of the neck, Nice and long, still breathing fully. Toes are reaching up, sit bones pressing down. Feel the heat start to come in where it is for you. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, right hand to the earth, press over, find some space, open the lungs, look up. Inhale, reach up, core engaged, toes reaching. Exhale, listen to that breath. Inhale, reach up, gratitude arms as you exhale, twist right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist left. Back to center. Lean back just a little. Pull your feet in. Bound angle pose. And reach for those ankles. Lift tall. Lift exaggeratedly tall. Spread through the collarbones. Lift through the heart. Breathe into your throat. Back of the neck comfortable as you lift up through the face, lift up through the chin, and ujjayi breathing. Come back to that if you let it go. And then notice here what you should let go. Anything that worries you, how can you change that worry into action? Anything that scares you, how can you change that into something that empowers you? Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Knees come together. We'll come up and over into downward facing dog. I'm now realizing I said let's warm up through the wrists. And then I forgot about it, but we're going to go with the flow here. So coming on up and over into downward dog. Let's take 5 breaths and bring your hands nice and wide, bring your feet nice and wide, and have this be a therapeutic stretch into the wrists, the hands, the toes, and the ankles. Knees can bend. And let's drop ujjayi breathing for a moment and just take some open mouth exhales. Listen to your breath. You can even take open mouth exhale or open mouth inhales if you'd like. And bend into your knees a little bit. Bring your stance a little shorter and keep moving. 2 more breaths. Knees down. Keep your toes tucked, lift tall, and roll here in and out of the shoulders. And then roll into the wrists as well. Toes can stay tucked. Might feel a little too much. We're going to start to move here with our breath. You can bring the tops of the feet to the earth and bring the blanket under. I'm actually going to bring the blanket under my knees. I do, my right knee in particular appreciates that. Especially when you do yoga every day, you want to make sure that you have comfort as you build that strength, that fire, that flexibility. So scooching back to feel that increased stretch at the Achilles heel, at the back, at the base of the toes, even in the bottom of the foot. Roll your palms out next to you and reach the fingers down toward the earth, shoulders dropping away from the ears. And very simply, as you inhale, reach up, look up, stretch up. Cactus arms and sit back to the heels as you exhale. Nice. Inhale, come up, arms reach. Exhale. Listen to that breath. Keep the heart lifted. Inhale, 3 more. Arms are reaching as you come up. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Come up. Feel the body turn on. Burn through your stuff. Lift up. Arms down. Let's rest. Take a moment here. Lift tall into the heart. Listen to the sound of your breath. Arms relaxed at your sides. Where are you feeling this? And 5 more. Let's come on up. Toes tuck under. We're going for an increased stretch in the bottoms of the feet, the heels, and then as we move, that strength, that opening, that flexibility into the quads. We're working the core. Inhale, reach the arms up, everything open. Exhale, listen to the breath as you open the heart, ease back. Inhale, strength. Exhale. Heart stays lifted, arms come up. 2 more. Last one. Toes can stay tucked or bring the backs or the tops of your feet to the earth. Arms stretch back, open through the heart. Take a few breaths, Ujjayi breathing. And let's move forward, downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Blanket moves out of your way. And come back to those open mouth exhales as you move here into the ankles, the wrists, maybe even the fingers and toes. You can grip, that's the word, grip the mat with the fingertips. And then stretch them out again and feel that movement. Inhale, knees bend, look forward. Exhale, step up, fold in. Half lift. And fold. All the way up. Press through the feet, reach through the arms. Hands to your sides, fingers press down toward the earth, shoulders reach away from the ears. And take a few breaths here. Lift up through the eyes, open through the throat, open through the heart. Ujjayi breath. We'll start to flow in through some half salutes, into some sun salutes, and then into some bottom half of the salutes. Moving with the breath, moving with the flow, and then bringing that little bit of heat to that fire. Stepping to the top of your mat, toes come together, lift tall. And we're gonna move in our half salutes through chair pose. So if you like a wider chair pose, you can step the feet hip distance. Sometimes this can bring a little bit of ease to the hips and knees as you sit back. And you can stay nice and tall in your chair pose, or you can come down a little deeper. Just work into it, and we'll breathe here. So pressing into your feet, Tadasana pose, arms roll open, purposefully creating space through the heart, through the throat. Pressing down through your feet as you inhale, reach up. Listen to yourself breathe as you exhale, sink back to your pose. Inhale, lengthen the legs again, reach up. Exhale, fold in. Half lift. Fold in. Chair pose as you inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, fold in. Heart lifts and fold. Chair pose, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, Tadasana pose. 2 more. Inhale, arms reach. Feel the length. Exhale, sit back. Feel the strength. Inhale, strengthen again. Push the ground away. Exhale, fold in. Legs becoming more open as you heat up. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen the spine. Stay with the breath. Exhale as you fold. Chair pose. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, Tadasana, our very last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, power through the legs. Inhale, and exhale, fold in. Half lift, open your heart. Fold it in. Chair pose, inhale. And Tadasana, exhale, pause here, roll those palms open, stretch the fingers down, lengthen the back of the neck as you even open through the front of the throat. Lift your face, open up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Inhale, power through, straighten the legs, squeeze the abs, the core. Exhale, fold in. Half lift. Step back, downward dog. Toes together. Press through the hands. Stretch the shoulders away from the ground and left foot reaches up. 2 breaths, 3-legged dog. Keep your hips square. Inhale. Exhale. Just pausing movement. Feel the strength. Toes together. Right foot reaches up. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Toes together. Inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Try to keep the toes together. Knees come down, chest and chin lower. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heart, tops of the feet to the earth, hips press in. Lower right back down. Exhale. 2 more, cobra pose. Inhale, fill the heart. Exhale, lower down. 1 more, flow with the breath, listen. Exhale. Lift up to your cobra pose, press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Let it out. Inhale, knees bend, look forward, pause. Which foot was about to step forward? Step forward with the other foot. Find your way, even if it feels a little awkward. We're going to change it up as we move here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, stretch up. Tadasana pose, arms reach down. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Step back, downward facing dog. Notice which foot stepped back. As you inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Same foot, step forward, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, opposite foot steps back, downward facing dog. Same foot that just moved first. So we're doing the opposite foot again. Inhale, knees bent, look forward. Exhale, step up, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, lift up. Power the legs, exhale. Tadasana pose, take a breath. Notice your heart. As you inhale, reach the arms, look up. Exhale, sit back and down, chair pose. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, fold in. Offer your heart, inhale. Right foot steps back, downward dog. Inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Knees down, then chest and chin. Lift your heart, just one, cobra pose. Press back and downward dog. Right away, knees bent, look forward. Right foot and left, step up, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Listen, exhale, right, left foot then right, downward dog. Inhale, lift forward, plank pose. That listen was for me. I had to remember what side we were on. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, lower down. Lift your heart, cobra, and downward dog. Inhale, knees bend, left foot then right. Exhale, step up, forward fold. Widen your feet, bend into your knees, hang in a ragdoll, and move here gently side to side. Notice all of the activity at your heart. Slow the breathing down. And still go with that ujjayi breathing as you're upside down here, creating space. Come to a half lift, hands to your shins, lengthen out. Exhale, fold in. All the way up, press through the feet, reach through the arms. Hands to your heart, feet should still be a mat distance. If they're not, bring them out. Take a breath. Let it out. I'll turn forward. You guys will stay as you are. Pressing into your feet. As you inhale, reach up through the fingers. Circle sweep your arms out to the side as you dive forward, fold in. And we're going to keep doing this motion. Press through the feet, circle sweep the arms up, reach. Exhale, fold into your fold, move into your fold, trying to increase the forward fold each time. Inhale, stretch through the arms, stretch through the heart, and exhale, fold in. Just as we did on the earth and staff pose, we were reaching past the toes. We're just coming up and repeatedly repeating this movement to create space in the back of the body. 4 more, go with your breath. Heart is diving forward as you come down, trying to keep as much space as you can through the heart, through the spine. Take 1 more reach, and then pause in your forward fold. Palms to the earth. more to the backs of your legs. Tailbone and sacrum lifting up as the belly presses toward the thighs and the crown of the head comes toward the earth. Press into the feet, half lift. Exhale, fold in. All the way up, press through the feet, reach through the fingers. Interlace your hands and bring them to the top of your head. Feel that gentle weight, shoulders relax out. Inhale here, lift up through the heart. And exhale, right elbow to right hip as you stretch the left elbow up. Trying to keep the elbows actually pressing away from each other and not collapsing the weight of the arms to the head. Exhale, other side. Inhale as you lengthen, and exhale. A few more. Going with the flow of your breath, really engaging into the body. Come back to center. Arms reach out from the shoulders. Inhale. As you exhale, guide forward just to a half lift. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach them out and then forward. Looking down at the earth as you press forward to keep that length in the arms. Come up, arms reach out, and then forward. You can lift through the toes to engage into the feet, into the backs of the legs. Exhale, arms to your shoulders, and then reach out. Two more. You guessed it. Let's hold. Keep breathing. If it's too much to reach shoulders forward, you can reach them out to your sides. That can take some of the pressure off the shoulder joint, but still keep this really strengthening and lengthening for the body. Breathe deeply here. Feet are pressing in, tailbone reaching away from the crown of the neck. Lengthen into the back of your neck. Two more breaths. Power through the feet, reach through the arms, stretch it up. Hands to your heart, bring your feet back together, Tadasana pose. Feet come as wide as the mat again. Shoulders reach out, or arms reach out from the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward or reach forward. We're not folding in, we're reaching forward. And then from here, we'll move with the breath. Just move over to the right, press the arms over. And inhale through center. Exhale, other side. Try to keep your arms parallel here. Cactus arms or the arms outstretched if that's better for you. Just finding this a new way to move into the legs. Trying to stay in that very long spine. Inhaling as you come forward and continually checking. I'm finding I have to continually check how my spine is here as my hips move. Come back to center. Fold in. Half lift. Fold in. half lift, and fold. Use the hands at the backs of your legs to create that change. Inhale, half lift, 3 more of these. Exhale, fold. Inhale, and fold. Last one. Pause in your forward fold and step back, downward dog. Knees lower, child's pose. Just let all movement stop for a moment and listen to your breath. And slowly lift up. Find a kneeling position, lightning bolt pose, palms pressed to your thighs, and 5 rounds Ujjayi breath, just bringing the body back to this state of absolute presence. Noticing the stretch in your ankles, noticing the length of your spine, noticing if you're clenching tension at your jaw or your eyes, your forehead, letting your face soften. Moving into a little bit more floor work, we'll bring our blanket under knees. And today are going with the flow of our breath, going with the flow of water while bringing a little bit of heat. And we're gonna do that here again, tucking the toes under. You can zhoosh the knees back, heels pressing back, and noticing that stretch. This might feel really nice after those downward dogs and those forward folds. Press the hips forward and lift up through the face, opening through the throat, and then reach your fingers down toward the earth, just at your sides. Knees are hip distance. You want to feel as though you have this steadiness underneath you. And we'll come into that first move that we already did. We'll do 2 rounds of 5. And the thing about yoga, the thing about moving with your breath, is pretty much anyone can do this. Anyone can make this reach and sit back. You can make this an exercise, or you can make it yoga. And really move with the breath, noticing the stretch, noticing the posture. So bring your palms open. Eyes are open, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Inhale, reach up. And cactus arms as you sit back. Keep the hips, the heart lifted. Feel this in your quads. Inhale. Three more. Inhale, reach up. If you are not feeling this as a quad burn, as a hip burn, lift up through your heart and slowly ease yourself back. You're not just working with gravity here. You're finding the space. Reach up, drop the feet to the earth, and sit back. Hands to the quads, heart open, spine long. Lift on up. Let's do that 5 more times. Feel that strength. Tops of the feet can stay on the earth. This is a little more gentle for the knees, but it is one of those things that if you tuck under, it almost helps you with that oomph mode. It's easier to propel yourself back up. So pressing into the knees and pressing into your feet. Roll the shoulders open, roll the palms open. Inhale. Gratitude arms, sit back. Inhale. Two more. Find your rhythm. If you'd like, you can make it oomphy and just kind of hover here, or you can sit all the way back. Core engaged, quads engaged, or sit all the way back. Lift up. 2 breaths. Feel that blood flow. And let's stretch forward, downward dog, and bring the blood flow back into the legs. Stand up. Open mouth exhales if you'd like. And the knees come down. Let's stretch into the front of the legs. Toes tuck or tops of the feet flat to the earth again. Press forward into the hips. Lift up into the heart. Inhale, arms reach. Left arm stays lifted. Right arm is going to press back toward the right heel. Keep your hips pressing forward. Camel stretch, half camel. Look up. And let's pause and breathe. Press the hips forward. Try to feel that stretch, that opening in the front of the quads that we were just engaging through. Jason makes it look so easy. I'm like, are you even feeling this? Open the heart, breathe. Press into the knees, come on up. Hands to your heart, let's stay here. Take a breath. Let it out. Right arm reaches up, look up. Left arm starts to reach back as the hips stay pressing forward. This action alone opens the heart as you start to bring the fingertips to the heel. If it doesn't reach, you can, let me switch sides here. You can bring the hand to the back of the sacrum. If your hand doesn't quite reach to the heel, just make this half camel stretch all yours. Open your heart, look up, stretch the belly. Powerful legs. Bring yourself up. Inhale, reach. Right hand to the heel. Exhale, let's move with our breath. Inhale, back to center, left side. Exhale, hips stay pressing forward, stay mindful. Inhale, lift up. One more, each side. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Back to center. Tops of the feet to the earth. Sit back just to lightning bolt pose. Keep the spine neutral. Lift up into your heart. And you're going to bring the fingertips back behind you. Let's feel that uplifted heart. Camel pose, very much a back bend. We're going to hold on to this opening that we're creating in the front of the spine without folding forward. Let's take another round of our camel poses. Slowly start to come up, lifting tall, keeping that spine neutral as you can. Feet can stay pressing in, or you'll tuck the toes again. Hips press forward, roll your palms open, look up. Listen to your breath. Inhale. Right foot to the right heel. Exhale. Inhale. Heart lifts. It's a back bend. It's a heart stretch. Left hand to the heel. Open up. Inhale, neutral. And exhale, right side. Inhale, neutral. And exhale, left. One more. Come back, neutral. And lower down, tops of the feet to the earth. Stay neutral. Hands to your heart or to your quads or reach your back, whatever feels nice to you here. And we'll come up for 2 rounds of held camel pose. Options. You can come into a half camel twice. That's why we're doing it twice. Or I'm going to show a version of full camel that you can try that is still quite modified. And if you have yoga blocks at home and know how to use them in your camel, where you just bring them next to you next to your ankles somewhere so that you can rest the hands there, you can do that as well. Knees zhuzh back as you lift tall. And you'll either take half camel, as we've already done, stretching right hand to the heel and left hand up. Or both hands will come to the hips, shoulders hug in, elbows hug in, lift up into the heart already. If this feels fine for you, you can stay here. If you'd like, you can either make it a more active camel pose where you purposefully keep your hands on your sacrum and stay lifting up, glutes squeezing together as the hips press forward, or both fingers can come to the heels. We've tucked the toes in to bring the heels a little closer. And then once you're there, you press forward into the hips and lift up into the heart. 3 breaths. Hands to the sacrum, and sit back, stay neutral. Listen to your breath. And our final camel stretch, slowly lifting up. Tucking toes if you did first side. Or first time, left hand can stretch back as right arm reaches up, finding your half camel, or starting with your hands on your sacrum, you start to press forward as you lift up, and then you start to bring the hands down as you breathe. Hips press forward, heart lifts up. Hands to the sacrum. Sit back to neutral spine. Take a breath. And this should feel pretty amazing. Let's fold forward. Child's pose. Awareness in that sacrum. We really create this different opening, this opening into the front of the sacrum as we come into those back bends. So as you bring it back to where it's used to being, you should feel this incredible release of energy. You can use open mouth exhales here, just pressing back. And if you need a little movement here, feel free. Just massage yourself into your child's pose, if you will. Ease yourself into your child's pose. And then quiet. You're still practicing, keep that ujjayi breathing here and listen to the sound of your breath. Let the sound of your breath fill your ears so that you don't hear anything else. Stay low, walk your hands over to the right and stretch through the left side body. Keep breathing. Back through center. Notice if your breath got very quiet. Bring that fullness in just for a few more moments here as we open up in child's pose. Really fill the sound of your ear, the sound, fill your ears with the sound of your breath. And back through center. Ease yourself up, tabletop, 3 rounds, cat-cow. Stretch into the spine. Back to center, and we'll come down to the earth, moving the blanket out of the way. You can put your sweatshirt or socks on. We're going to move in and out of a twist here, and then fall into our shavasana, finding this very earned place of rest. So as you're ready, just coming down to lie on your back. Take a moment and make your spine very long here. Tuck the shoulder blades under to begin with, and then press out from there. Lengthen out and down to the tailbone, and then even bring more space and length into the back of the neck, bringing the back of the head a little higher up on the mat. And then arms reach out to your sides. Press your palms down and bring your feet as wide as the mat. Roll the knees to the right and turn and look over the left shoulder. And 3 rounds of ujjayi breath. Listen to the sound of your breath and feel that fullness as you twist here, opening further into the hips and sacrum. Back through center. And roll roll to the other side, knees left, face right. 3 Ujjayi breaths, nice and slow. You come back through center. Lengthen your spine out and lengthen out through your arms and legs. Stretch out for Shavasana. Roll the toes open, roll the palms up, and settle down into the earth. Really allowing the sense of sinking in as though you're a pebble thrown into a running brook and you're just tossed in and you anchor down. It's a very shallow brook. You just feel that water flowing through you as you sink the body. Just imagining that you're that pebble lying in the very shallow brook, very able to breathe, but feeling that flow of water over the body, carrying with it all of your tension, all of your worries. Just allowing yourself to sink here, feeling absolute stillness even as the world goes on without you. Soften here. Start to deepen your breath. Just bring that imagery of lying still in shallow moving water back over you. It's a wonderful analogy for the times that we're living in. So much of us stuck inside, stuck in one spot, except you can change that idea that you're stuck and really just notice You're secure. The whole world's still going on around you. Everything still flowing, everything's still smooth, and you're still safe. Wiggle your fingers and toes, carrying that feeling of strength and safety and absolute ability to go with the flow into your day with you. Hug your knees to your chest, roll around here, see if your sacrum needs any more releasing. A lot of back bending in there at the end of class. And turn gently to your side and take a breath. And then come on up to a seated position. Hands at your heart in a gesture of gratitude. And let's end class with the sound of 3 ohms, just filling our space with our loving vibrations. Inhale. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourselves today. Namaste.